Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi, was a great movie for some and a lacking movie for others, but with the deleted scenes in context, does it make more sense? So we have an idea of what the deleted scenes will be that are included with the home release of Episode 8. We don't have the clips because they're not available for anyone yet and might be illegal to show anyway.
Yes. Either way, fair use is a defense, and Disney is litigious, so you have to weigh your risk pool there.
I have a history of Disney not liking it when I show their stuff.
Oh, when's that?
Oh yeah, Frozen. So what we're going to talk about is specifically the descriptions of the scenes and if they added anything, if it was right to delete them, and if they went in the right direction for the film in general. So the first one I want to talk about is one in which BB-8 is kind of a little scamp, a snoop.
That
if it will.
BB-8.
That BB-8 is invading people's privacy, but sometimes for good. So there's a scene in which Finn, that's in the movie, where Finn is struggling about whether he's going to stay on the ship or leave the Resistance. And then at this point, BB-8 rolls up and he has a hologram for Finn.
Yeah.
So he just basically replays when Rey says goodbye to Finn when he's out cold at the end of the last movie. And they decided not to roll it. I can see why for time, since we've already seen this scene.
Right, and I don't like in movies when they show scenes from other movies in the franchise. It is very frustrating. Now, we're not at a Marvel level where it is kind of helpful to be like, previously on.
Previously on
I was like, oh my God, the King of Wakanda died. Oh, that's right. I forget, what movie was that?
Well,
was that 2006?
We have to put an extra spoiler alert on this video now.
That's like a bit, I'm talking about like an old.
I know, but still.
Sorry, but it was 5 years ago, maybe 10. I don't know, because they weren't very clear on it.
Anyway, so in this, they decided to not go that way since he kind of makes a decision verbally later and you understand what he's going through. Though they did want to point out that they missed the line. John Boyega had a line that said, "That's kind of creepy you recorded that to BB-8," and he would be correct.
Yeah. What else is BB-8 recording? Now
everything.
Everything.
He's sneaky.
It could be. That could have been like a seed that they plant for a future plot point.
BB-8 is an Amazon Echo / Google Home.
I have no problem with it.
I do.
I love my Echo.
I don't like you sharing that stuff.
I don't like when I say things like I'd like and then it's like Alexa's like, what did you, huh? What are we doing?
No, not into it. For our next scene, this involves Rey and Luke on Ahch-To, and they're together. Perhaps this is a lesson that they just decided to remove somehow, but they're looking upon a bunch of lights coming toward the village, and Rey asks, what is that? And Luke says, oh, it's a bunch of raiders. They're coming to fight basically the caretakers, the reptilian nun-like creatures. And he goes, I don't want to get involved. We shouldn't do this and make it worse. It's according to the ancient Jedi scriptures, we shouldn't stop the warring tribes. And then Rey, exasperated, goes, no, we should be good. We should do good things, and runs off to stop the fight. However, it is discovered it was just a party, just a regular old party for reptile nun caretakers, having a good time. At this point, Rey becomes pretty frustrated with Luke, thinking this is the last straw. This guy, he is deceptive. He has lost it. He's lost touch with the Force.
Yes, but we would all know that sometimes the Jedis are a little playful and mischievous, and that's fine. Like Yoda is always messing with people, stealing their candy bars and whatnot.
It's cute when he does it.
How does Biggie grow? Eating food of this guy.
I think Yoda's tricks have more nuance than stealing candy bars.
It's with stealing, but he did steal candy bars.
What?
In the first one, when he first meets Yoda on Dagobah, he's stealing his. So big you grow. Food of this kind.
I was thinking of the Jedi scriptures in the tree, but okay.
Yeah, I'm talking previous lore. A good thing to have in your head when you're finding out about deleted scenes is like, did I already know this dynamic was playing? Did they establish it already? And they have established the fraying relationship, the exasperation that you're seeing from Rey toward Luke. They do that anyway. Did we need this one? And the cheese factor of the nuns and the porgs and all that was kind of here already for me. And if it was like another like zundi ooty ootat dat, it's my impression of the Ewoks.
Oh, okay.
Or of.
I'm protecting my pork.
Sorry, pork, but you're kind of cheesy.
No, I like it.
I get it, but like there was a certain, look at this.
I don't like the Ewoks though. I'm with you on that one. Also, it reduces the sense of betrayal when he catches her talking to Kylo Ren later.
Yeah.
So I can see why they cut this. It was probably a good idea. There's another one though that I wish they had kept, and it's heartbreaking. It's a moment where Luke has realized through the Force, and so has Leia, that Han Solo has died. And they just have this moment where Luke is alone in his hut, grieving, eyes welling up with tears, and then Leia has the same pose, almost mirror-like, very much like the Kylo Ren Rey scenes where they're talking to each other, where she's looking out of the window and of the Radis and just grieving as well. And I wish they had kept it, because I felt they needed to acknowledge this more, that this person was very important to them, and that he was this indelible piece of a puzzle, and with him gone, something is missing. And you know, they didn't show Leia mourning him enough in Episode 7, and Chewie needed a moment too. They just skipped over this whole thing, and I wish that they had just taken, you know, a 30-second scene to acknowledge it.
I'm with you. Yeah, when it comes to deleted scenes, I think you always end up watching them and saying to yourself, it's fine, that wasn't in the movie. They do a really good job. It's obviously for pacing. A lot of it is to see if there's redundancies. But to me, I've never watched a deleted scene and gone, man, that should have been in the movie. And sometimes it's awesome, like in Goonies, they deleted an action. There's a reference to an octopus in Goonies.
Oh yeah.
But you can also watch online the actual octopus scene, and it is so cheesy.
What? The Goonies was cheesy?
But the octopus moves like this, and the solution is to turn on a radio and feed a radio underwater in the 80s, not possible. And it plays like Good Enough or whatever by Cyndi Lauper, and then the octopus like crazily dances away. It is so bad. It's better to know that, to make it seem like Data is messing with you.
Well, I don't think we would have had that issue with Star Wars, but I can see where some of these should have been there. It's only 3 scenes, by the way, that we were talking about. There's much more on the home release, but of these ones, which one would you have kept? Please let us know on Facebook and Twitter.